All right. Well, my name is Aaron, and I will be conducting your interview today. This is, of course, for the Teach in the USA program. Just as a general note, we are just a visa sponsor and not a host employer, so this will be more of a get-to-know-you kind of interview rather than a formal job interview. With that in mind, what I'd like you to do is just to begin by introducing yourself and then tell me about your university education and your teaching experience.
Okay, well, my name is Marichu Figuracion. I graduated Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics in the University of the Philippines, Visayas. I earned my professional education units, that's equivalent to Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Math, to meet the eligibility requirement in taking the licensure examination for teachers. And I finished my Master of Education in Teaching Math in the same university. I had completed my academic requirement with ongoing dissertation writing, leading to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Research and Evaluation in Iloilo State University of Fisheries Science and Technology. I am employed at the Department of Education, Miagao National High School, a public school, and I am designated as a full-time, regular, and permanent Master Teacher 2, or known as Highly Proficient Teacher, handling grades 11 and 12 in the Senior High School Department, teaching General Mathematics and Business Math with a class size of 40 to 50 learners. I also experienced handling grades 9 and 10 in a private school, being a full-time teacher also, handling basic geometry and elementary algebra. As a teacher, I am serving as a role model to my learners, not only in imparting my mathematical knowledge, but also in developing their behavioral learning and life skills. After, I will be sharing and developing with them, being resilient, empathic, and open-minded, as they are going to depart from my classroom eventually. It is so rewarding for me to see in them that they are embracing and manifesting the lifelong sustainable learning skills that I have imparted with them. I see myself as someone who is open-minded, resilient, approachable, and can easily get along well with others. I had been designated as the school's research coordinator, and at the same time the school's Parents Teachers Association board secretary, linking school and community stakeholders. I was given a recognition as the most outstanding master teacher, and with that ends my self-introduction.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. And you're currently at the Miagao National High School, correct?
Yes.
All right. And then you mentioned that you had or you had started a doctorate. Have you completed that yet, or are you working on that at the moment?
Actually, all the academic requirements, I had completed it all, but I am still in the process of dissertation writing.
Gotcha. Okay. And what is your greatest motivation for wanting to teach in the United States?
My greatest motivation to teach in the US is my yearning to teach students of different culture. Teaching allows me also to be a positive role model and mentor to those students, and I want to guide them not only in math, or not only teaching them mental math, but also to teach them the lifelong and sustainable skills for life. But also to help them develop their skills such as being resilient, being empathic, and effective communicators.
Okay. Now, this is primarily a cultural exchange program, so what specific parts of your culture would you hope to share with students in the U.S.?
Well, I have 4 in mind. The first one is being resilient. The second is being hospitable, respectful, and having close family ties. You know, Filipinos are very resilient people. We tend to have this saying, bahala na, that means Bathala. It came from the word Bathala, which means God. So whenever we encounter disasters or calamities that that's beyond our control, we just say Bahala na or Bathala na, or it depends upon God. It's all up to God. So that's being resilient. Being hospitable for me, I can go an extra mile. For example, having students, encountering students in the U.S. with, say, academic problem, or they are academically challenged, or with special needs. I can go an extra mile, meaning going an extra mile, that means I go beyond my teaching responsibilities and duties. Being respectable, we have these two words, po and opo, which we usually connect with the words and greetings that we have whenever we encounter fellow Filipinos in any parts of the world. And also, we can say, for example, I can answer you as yes, but I always say, for example, I can say yes po, no po, or whatever, just like that, the respectful. Another one is the mano po, or blessing or kissing the hand of our elders. We usually have that. We use to teach kids as early as say 1.5 or 18 months old. I have a kid that I'm teaching that. So I want also to impart that to the children that I will be encountering in the US, blessing their hands. So it's just taking, or say for example me, I'm blessing, I want to bless the hand of my mother. So I will just get the hand, and the back of this right palm is being put into my forehead. That means that for me, it shows that say you are elder than me, and you have a lot of wisdom already, and you know what's life all about. So bless me that I'm going through life. So that's respectful, being respectful. Another one is having this close family ties. Even if it is our distant relative, we tend to be having close family ties. So I just also wanted to include that culture to share in my students in the US.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, on the other hand, of course, you would be experiencing a different culture yourself. So I'm curious, how do you think you will adjust to being in the United States? Do you think it will be difficult for you?
I believe it's not really difficult for me to adjust in the US, considering that I am a resilient person, at the same time a resilient teacher. So, well, maybe at first it could be a little bit challenging, but with a proper mindset and a sound body and mind and spirit, I could manage to overcome those challenges and difficulties.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, my last question is, some of our current participants have said that U.S. students are maybe a little bit more difficult to manage than others. So, what are some of your classroom management strategies, and how do you deal with disruptive students?
Well, in managing misbehaving or disruptive students in my class, especially I do understand that Filipino students are not are minimal in terms of disruptive behavior, but I do also experience such disruptive misbehavior of students in my classroom. So first thing that I will do is I will be reminding all the students. It's a generic approach, reminding them with our treatment agreement that we had right at the start of the school year. Then I will be firm in the decision that I made together with them. And I will always stay calm in dealing with those students, for I know that they have different life challenges that they are going through. So if this strategy number 1 will not work, I will call on I will proceed to the second strategy in which I will call the attention of that particular student privately without the rest, so that the student will not be intimidated in front of his or her classmate. And if this strategy will not work, then I will also have strategy number 3. that is assigning a task to a particular student, then gathering the responses with praises, of course, and recognize and affirmation to the kids. And then after that, I will try to evaluate and monitor the responses. If there is a need to do so to reinforce another activity, I will do it. Well, after having done the three strategies and still misbehavior persists, then I will proceed to scenario number 4. That's the worst case scenario. I will not yet. Before that, I will talk to the parents of the kid. We will work hand in hand together to ease out or eradicate, hopefully, the misbehaving behavior. And eventually, if still worst case scenario persists, then I will try to refer the problem to my supervisor, principal, together with the guidance counselor.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, that was my last question, but I do want to just confirm 2 things about the program with you. The first is that the J1 visa is a temporary, non-immigrant visa that typically lasts for 3 years, but then there is the requirement to return home for 2 years once your program finishes. Additionally, if you were to receive a job offer, you would be earning a U.S. teacher's equivalent salary, but the primary purpose of the program is not for financial gain. It is for cultural exchange and professional development. With that in mind, what's going to happen now is you'll receive an email in about 24 hours or so letting you know the result of the interview. So please just check the email address that you used to sign up with on MyGEC. Otherwise, I appreciate your time today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Aaron.
All right. Take care.
Bye.